Hey, welcome to our 30-minute Power Express flow. We're gonna jump right back here and get to it. So bringing your feet a comfortable distance apart on your mat. Just give yourself some wiggles here. Some move around time. Checking in on your body. The thing I struggle with 30-minute power flows is having enough time to adequately warm up enough to get into some more powerful poses that you're looking for in a power class. So just allow yourself here, take these few moments, rock back and forth on the feet. Get them ready. Maybe even coming all the way up on the toes. Stretching out the calves a little bit. And then let's either interlace the fingers behind or just hook the thumbs. And on your inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your chest. Exhale, release. And inhale, lift, reach the arms back. Exhale, release. Just a couple more of these. At your own breathing pace. Let's do one more. Lift and release. And on your next inhale, arms overhead. And as you exhale, fold forward. Come halfway up here. And then fold and give yourself a bit of a walkout with the legs here. So bend one knee and then the other. Just feel your hamstrings. How do they feel today? Keeping your spine nice and long. Then on your next inhale, come halfway up and step it back to plank. And give yourself some movement here in your plank. Front to back, maybe side to side. Settling into it. And then settle into the center. Unlock your elbows. Inhale here. Release your knees, your thighs, your stomach. Reach back with all 10 toes. Stay down here for your inhale. And on your exhale, pull the chest forward and up. I know it feels backwards, but inhale down. Exhale, forward and up. Inhale down. Exhale, forward and up. Hold here, breathe. Keep reaching back with the toes. Check out that right shoulder. See if it can pull back some. Left shoulder, pull it back. Inhale. Exhale, release all the way down. Tuck your toes. Lift your kneecaps. Press up to plank. And find downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here and down dog. And then bring the right leg straight back and to the front. Rise all the way up into high crescent lunge. So staying up on those back toes and releasing the right arm down to the side and bend towards the right. And then switch. Bending to the left and then take it back over to the right. And the left. Then bringing both hands behind, interlacing the fingers or hooking the thumbs, and find a gentle back bend. Inhale. Take an exhale here. Inhale. And exhale, release. We're just going to turn the feet and switch around. And then inhale the left arm overhead and bend it towards the right. And then switch sides. And switch again. And again. And then bringing the hands behind. Give yourself a gentle back bend, lift the chest. exhale, release your back bend. Turn your feet again and step it back to plank. And pause in plank, inhale. And exhale, low plank, chaturanga, cobra, or up dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhale the left leg straight back. And exhale it to the front of the mat. And come up to high crescent lunge. Now inhale here, reach higher. And as you exhale, hinge forward, long spine, reach. And then inhale, back overhead. And exhale, hinge forward, reach. And overhead. And reach. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, strong core. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Switch sides. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Reach long spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then work the feet back to the front. Step it back to plank. Inhale here. And exhale through your chaturanga. Up dog. And downward facing dog. Maybe exhale out through the mouth. Keep making your spine long. And then, keeping your spine long, just dip your elbows down to the mat. And up, down, and up. 3 more, down, and up. 2 more, down, up, down, and up. This time, bringing the elbows down and interlacing the fingers. Now, nestling your head in the hands, walk the feet forward and see if you can pike the feet up. Keep the legs nice and straight, strong core, all the way up to your headstand. And hold here for a couple of breaths. Breathe. Now we're going to turn ourselves into a little egg shape. So start bending your knees. We're going to bring our feet towards our seat and then start tucking the knees in towards the body. Strong core here, lots of concentration. Breathe. Knees to chest. Now we're going to jump back to a forearm plank. Unclasp your hands and 1 arm at a time, press up to plank. 1 arm at a time, forearm plank. Back up to plank. Forearm plank. And plank. 1 more time, forearm plank. Back to plank. And find your low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Bringing the right leg back and to the front. Finding your twist here. So bring the left hand down, right up. Breathe. Now we're going to come to the pinky toe side of that back foot and find side plank. Really rainbow the hips up. Think about lifting here. And then we're going to scissor that top leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Find three-legged down dog. That right leg comes back. And draw it to the front. Find high crescent lunge. And then transition here to your warrior 2. Plant the back foot down. And find your warrior 2. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior. Lift your chest. And exhale, just keep it a gentle side angle. Forearm onto the thigh. And then inhale, reverse your warrior. Keep that bend in the knee. And exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, side angle. And 2 more of these. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This time, adding a wrap in your side angle. Keep pulling your spine long. And try not to lay on your leg. Trying to keep a little bit of space there. Looking down. We're going to keep this wrap, and we're going to step that left foot up to the front, even if it takes a couple of steps to get there. Come up onto the right toes. Hold your wrap, and then slowly lifting that right knee and pulling it out to the side. Stay here, or maybe straightening that knee to bird of paradise. Bend that knee again. Bring it back to the front. And then we're going to release our bind and step that foot back to our lunge. To warrior 2. Breathe. On your inhale, reverse that warrior. And exhale to side angle. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, side angle. 3 more, inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. I lost track, I think 1 more. Exhale. This time, we're going to add that bind. Opening the chest. See, I have this little bit of space here. So I'm not laying on that thigh. So try to keep pulling up and pulling long. Breathe. Looking down. We're going to walk this right foot up to the front. I don't care how many steps it takes to get there. Take your time. Keep that bend in that left knee. And slowly rise it up. And pull it to the side. Either stay there or straighten it. Got this wall here. I can just sort of lean on the wall and cheat a little bit. And then we're going to bend that knee again. Bring it to the front. Release the bind. Step it back. And find plank. Inhale and plank. And exhale. Low plank. Pause there. Up dog. Downward facing dog. This time, left leg back. And draw it to the front. Between the hands, stay up on those back toes. And just give yourself some movement in this front knee. You're gonna work on straightening it and bend. And straight, keep your spine long and bend. So at your own pace here, being careful not to bend that knee over the foot. Keep it above the ankle. Now we're going to take a small step with that right foot. Plant that foot down. Straighten the front knee. Keep pulling that left hip back some so our hips are neutral. And then start folding forward in your pyramid pose. Keep your spine long. You can have your hands down or you can walk them back. Relax the head and neck. Now if you want to try floating pyramid, it's a real doozy. And the trick is you have to keep this back leg bent. You can't come up like this or then you're just in half split. Keep that back leg or the front leg at an angle. Start bending that back knee. So bring your knees up to match. Really strong core here as you float that back leg up. I only have a few seconds of it in me before gravity pulls me back down. And then step that foot back again, bend into the front knee. Find lizard lunge. Bring both hands inside that left foot. Now let's keep this back leg strong. Don't let it sink towards the mat, but think about pressing the back of that thigh up towards the ceiling. Maybe digging this left shoulder underneath and holding on to the ankle. Breathe. Now if you want to get really fancy, then keep digging under that knee. Plant the left hand down on the outside of that foot. And then we're going to plant the right foot down. We're going to work this foot forward some. Grab onto it with the right hand. Either stay here or maybe extending long, opening your chest. Sometimes falling down. It's going to happen. Now, coming back to your lizard lunge. Untie yourself there. Step back to plank and just draw the right foot forward. And then find that bending and straightening in that front knee. And taking a small step with the left, finding your pyramid pose. Keeping your spine nice and long here. So better to stay up high with a long spine than to come down low and curve. Now if you want to try the floating pyramid, we'll see if I have a second in me. Walk the hands back. Bend that back knee. And then lift. I don't have it, guys. It's not there. Maybe you can do it, and if you do, send me a picture. I'd love to see it. This is not happening for me today. Come back to your pyramid and step it back to a lunge. Finding lizard lunge, both hands inside that right foot. Really strengthening that back leg. Don't let it sink down. Press it up towards the ceiling. Maybe digging that right shoulder underneath, holding on to the foot. And either staying here, or you can plant that right hand outside the foot. Tuck the back foot down. Hold on to this foot with the left hand. Either just pull it forward, or extending long. Release as you're ready. Untie yourself, step back to plank, and then find low plank, up dog, downward facing dog. Bring the feet close together. Rise up on the toes, lift the heels, lift the hips, bend the knees. Jump softly to the front. Come halfway up. And fold. Come halfway up again. And let's hide our hands underneath our feet. Wrapping even your big toe and your pinky toe around your wrist. Bend the elbows towards your shins. And then just fold forward. Keep your knees soft. Let your head grow heavy. Releasing the hands. Come halfway up. And bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. Prepare for your crow pose here. I like to bend my knees, pull them wide, and then start digging them into my armpits. Think about leaving deodorant on your knees. Round your spine, lean forward, look forward, and then just float your feet up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your feet, release your seat, and find boat pose. And come to a wide letter V. Reach your hands in front. We're going to roll all the way back. I have stuff in my way. Now when we roll forward, you're really going to heave yourself forward and lift your seat. And then you're going to roll back again. And this time when you roll forward, heave yourself all the way up to chair pose. And do that one more time, find crow. I'm going to come a little bit forward here so I have more room. Find your crow for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your feet, release your seat, and find boat pose. Wide letter V. Rock back. Now rocking forward, lift the seat. Hush, hush. Rock back again. This time rock all the way up to your toes. Her hands to your heart. Twist from your core towards the right. Just find a nice twist here, long spine. Think about pulling your thumbs in towards your sternum. Breathe. You can stay here, or you can release, opening a bit more, whatever feels better for you. Coming back to the center, put your hands to the heart, and twist to the other side. Keeping your spine long. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Either staying here or maybe extending long. Coming back to the center and fold. Come halfway up. Step back to plank. Pause here. Inhale. Release your knees, your thighs, your stomach, your face. Let your feet relax. Let your belly relax. Think about letting your belly fall heavy towards the mat here. And bend both knees. Just make circles with the legs. Reverse the direction. Release the feet. And roll over onto your back. Now if there's anything you need to find before your Savasana, any shape or stretch or movement, go ahead and find it now. Otherwise, allow yourself to relax, spread out a bit on your mat. Let everything slow down. Think about starting from your core and just melting in every direction. Down your hips, down your legs, through your toes. Up through your chest, down your shoulders, elbows, wrists, hands, fingers. Relax. Neck, your head, your face. Think about even extending that through your hair. Stay there as long as you like. Thanks for practicing with me. Namaste.